Hello and welcome to Wayne's Gaming World video. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Video Games Monthly. Woo! Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription service where you'll be getting games every month in a box. Self-explanatory, right? So the way it works is you go to their website, videogamesmonthly.com, which will be in the description if you said you wanted to check them out. And you can pick the kind of subscriptions you can pick is how many games you get a month. They have one for 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, and a power pack for 10 games. Prices range from $34.99 to $79.99, which that does not include the shipping. I have been using these guys for about 2-3 years now. I'll post some pictures right now of some of my past boxes. And they've been pretty good with me. That's kind of the reason why I've been using them on and off. I haven't been subscribed for them straight through for these 2-3 years. But they've been really good. This is definitely one of my favorite monthly subscription boxes I have ever found. And so what you do is you go to their website and you pick how many games you would like to receive a month. From there, you will pick what systems you would like to receive games for. It does require you to pick at least 2. I believe with the power pack you need to pick at least 4. But they do their best to spread out what kind of games you do get. So the systems that you can pick for is the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo 64, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Game Gear, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Dreamcast, Xbox, Famicom, Super Famicom. That is really neat that you can pick some Japanese systems as well. Sega Master System, PlayStation Portable, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Wii, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and television, and the Atari. So that is quite a bit of a list of systems you can pick from. So you pick the systems that you like to receive games for. Then you go to those systems and you check off all the games that you do have. That way they know not to send you duplicates. There is one other thing too. Each system you're allowed to pick up to 200 games that you have. I get the understanding for that. They don't want everyone to pick off games that they don't want. Like, they do have a list of games that they will never send out, like Shaq Fu or Madden games. You pick up what games you have. You can also send them a wish list of games you would like to receive. I also tell them what genres I like, what genres I do not like, just so they'll get an idea, because they do customize these boxes the best they can per subscriber. And they've been doing a pretty good job with me. Of course, I always do get games that I'm like, maybe not. That will go into a trade pile that will build up eventually, and for me to either sell or trade off for other games elsewhere. You can't trade games with Video Games Monthly. So yeah, you'll send them a wish list. They'll keep that on file for you. You send it through the email. You don't do it on the website. You got to email them for that. And then you just sit patiently and wait. The boxes themselves do ship out within the first 2 weeks. They've been on a roll lately, where, like, I got this on the 3rd of the month in June for 2020. So they are pretty good with that, and you will be billed on the 1st of every month. There is a few other things too, which I will explain as we go, as we do an unboxing. So, while we're at it, let's get to the unboxing, shall we? So, with me, I like to open up the box away from me, so that way I can not see what I'm going to get and pull each game out one at a time. To me, this is a lot of fun. I use these guys mostly for just building up my collection. Like, I got Genesis, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and Super Nintendo games, because those are... I don't have, like, any of the Game Boy games. So I like to build them up a little bit. And Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo is also a little thin compared to my NES collection. So it's just fun to get games that maybe I've never seen before and never played, and then they turn out to be really good games. And also, like I said, with the wish list, they do try their best to give you at least one game off your wish list per box that you will receive. So, let's get to the inside, shall we? We got some cards here, which explain a little bit more. First big card here. We hope you enjoy your latest box. Please update your library on the website by adding these games and any other games you may have acquired. All updates to your gaming library must be made 5 days prior to the end of the month. So it's just a reminder to make sure your library is updated so they don't accidentally send you duplicates. And another little mini card here is simply share a photo of this month's box on our homepage, our Facebook homepage. 2 random winners will receive 3 free games in next month's box. And that's another thing you should probably check out if you are interested, or maybe not interested, but at least give their Facebook a look at. They do giveaways even to non-subscribers for games as well. Like, I actually won a Resident Evil 2 for a Nintendo 64 like a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. So, yeah, they are legit. You can enter these contests, and real people will win these games. They're pretty transparent. And we'll move away some bubble wrap. Always with the bubble wrap. It's so much fun. I love doing that. We got more bubble wrap. I just want to make sure. More bubble wrap. Yay! Alright, so what have we got in here? We got, what's this? So, okay, yeah, so they also, that's really neat. So instead of just also games, they usually send you a little trinket as well with the logo on it. This is a poker chip they sent me this month. I have received pens, koozies, those rubber armbands, stickers, magnets, things like that. They also occasionally will send out pencils of like Nintendo characters. I received one time a bubblegum pack from 1992, a Nintendo bubblegum wrap. Well, not the wrap, the whole thing. It was unopened. This bubblegum that also comes with tattoos as well. I wasn't going to open that, but I decided to look at the tattoos at least, and that was really neat. And as for the bubblegum, I did try a little piece. It was hard as a brick, and it was disgusting. What do you expect from gum from 1992, even if it has never been opened before? It was pretty gross. So, yeah, I recommend not eating bubblegum from 1992. So let's get to the games. Looks like they sent me at least one game off of every system that I have checked off, which is the Game Boy games, Game Boy systems, Super Nintendo, and Genesis. Let's take a look. This is a Game Boy Color game. I can tell from the little bump where the logo is. And it is a... That's interesting. Well, it's a Beyblade game. No focus? Okay. But it's not just a Beyblade game. It's a Japanese import game. That's really interesting. It even has stickers on the back. So, yeah, that's something else I should explain too, is that, of course, these games are used. I have seen people get sealed games before. Nothing super fancy. Like, don't ever expect Earthbound or Chrono Trigger or Little Samson. Don't expect any, like, super rare games. Most games that I do receive are usually between the $5 to $10 range. I have received games that are from the $20 that are valued at $20, valued at $30 even. So don't expect to get any super rare, hard to find games. But I'm not a fan of Beyblade. That kind of was after me, after, my childhood, basically. But I also like to keep games like this around, so that way if I get enough of these kind of games, I'll be able to either sell them or trade them in for something that I would like to have. So let's move on. Let's do this Game Boy Advance game here. Oh, that's funny. So, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Let's see if I can... Yeah, that's about as good as I can get it. Again, I'm not super fond of basically any TV games or movie-based games from around this time. I don't really care for. But, just something that I can have to trade off or sell is nice. I wonder if this is like a remake of like the original Atari game. If that's the case, I probably would keep this just for the hilarity. Alright, let's get the portable games out of the way. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a Game Boy game, but it's another Japanese game. And I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's a Pokemon knockoff. Those are a lot of monsters on there. Made by Banpresto, which I know that company. I've seen that little black mask there. I've seen their games before. I just can't recall. 1997. So yeah, this is definitely a Pokemon knockoff. I'm gonna have to look this up. All right, let's do Genesis next. Super Nintendo is my favorite, so let's save that one for last. Yes. This right here is the reason why I love Video Games Monthly. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, man. Boogerman. A pick and flick adventure. Oh, I never played the Genesis one. I used to play the Super Nintendo one quite a bit back in the day. That was a game that we rented out when I was a kid. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I can't wait to play this. This is definitely probably a game I'll at least attempt to stream at least once. I'm excited. That right there is the reason why I love Video Games Monthly. They always send me at least one game that I'm like, yes. All right, and Super Nintendo. All right, this is cool. I'll enjoy this. Batman Forever. Horrible movie. Loved it as a kid. The game is alright, but this was another game that I did rent out quite a few times. I remember having a lot of fun with it. I'm trying to think which Batman this one is. I do remember it being frustrating if it is the one I'm thinking of. I can't remember. I have to pop this in. I do recall going to the theater, seeing this movie, with Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Is this also I think this is also the one with the Batman nipples on the costume, which is weird. Not a good movie, like I said. So, that's all I got. Yep, that is all I received. So, that's done. The next thing I would like to do is I would like to make sure that I get the value of what I paid for. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a website called GameValueNow.com, and they'll do basically what that is. What they do is they take the average price of games sold on eBay of what they were selling for, of how much they've been selling for. So to get an idea, because I got the 5-up, which is $44.99 a month. I don't include the shipping when I'm doing this because, I mean, if I was buying a game on eBay, sometimes I will have to pay for shipping anyways. And, there's a few other sites that I use, so you can't always avoid shipping. And the shipping is pretty fair. For the 3, 4, 5-up is $8 a month, and it's like 2 day. It comes in a 2-day shipping bag as well. While the Power Pack is $12 a month, $12 for shipping, which that's also understandable because the games do get pretty heavy inside of a box, and I've seen people get like multiple boxes when they get the Power Pack. That it's fair shipping, definitely for 2 day. So with that said, I'll be right back. I am going to go look up the prices of these, and I will give you my outcome. Okay, so I did everything that I said I was going to do. I looked up the values of what they were being sold for. The only problem I had were the 2 Japanese games that I received. I couldn't find them on the site, so what I ended up doing was going on eBay, and I filtered my search results. First I had to look them up, make sure I was getting the right games. And I filtered my search for just sold completed games that have already been sold. And I kind of did the average myself. But with the Beyblade game, this is actually went a little bit more than I expected. Actually, a lot of these games went more than I expected. There was only 3 listings I found, so I picked the middle one, which was $7.99. This game here, I'm gonna put the name right here because I can't pronounce it. It's all in Japanese. It does have monster at the end of the name, so that's like the only thing I got. Interesting thing about this is that this is actually a Japanese anime. And yeah, I was right. It's basically a Pokemon knockoff, more or less. It does look really interesting. I'm going to probably give this one a shot and try it out and decide if I want to keep it or put it in my trade box. But this was going for $8.49. So that's not bad. E.T. So yeah, this actually went for a little bit more than I expected. I was expecting this to be like a $1 game or a $2 game. It was going for $5.68. Quite impressive, if I say so for myself. Let's do Batman Forever. This was about what I expect. $4.79. I kind of figured this was like a $5 game. But Booger Man. Again, this is what made the box. Both for me personally, and also in the value. This was going for $17.55. So, altogether, that is $44.50. That's really good. That is actually what I was kind of hoping for. I do kind of give some leeway, like if it's $5 less, even $10 less, I give some leeway because these are also just the average prices. Sometimes the games go for more, sometimes they go for less. The retro video game market is really confusing. So prices change all the time. So I won't hold that against them. But, so with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am a Facebook streamer. You can check me out at Facebook, Wayne's Gaming World on Facebook. I also have an Instagram and a YouTube, which is probably where you're watching this right now. Everything I said, all the lists that I use, Video Games Monthly and GameValue.com, I have those links in the description. I'll also have my own stuff in the description for you too, so you can check those out if you would like to. But outside of that, I think that is everything. I will do this probably again next month when I get my next month's box, and I'm trying to figure out like what videos to post up. For me, this is a lot of fun. I just like getting, checking out some games. But so with that said, I will see you guys later. Take care.